I think he got 12 months. And then he's going Jim Ryan. He's like, my office was next to Ed Boon's while he was making Mortal Kombat, the first one. It's like, oh yeah, great. What did you have to do with that? Nothing.
That's literally verbal vomit. It was just, hey guys, Drake used to date my friend in high school. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about, bro? You was across the hall from Ed Boon
making flops while he was making hits.
No, he said that he made like the first. He was part of the team that made the first 3D game for Midway.
Which is
didn't say what it was. Didn't say what it was because it was a flop. It said it was a flop. He was like, it didn't do anything.
So he was coding garbage while the stars were in the other place.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
My God.
And then he became the executive, and then Midway shut down. Shocker.
Oh my God.
You know that manager at your job that you have that you just wonder how he got there. Like he just talks nonsense and he don't really know what he's doing. That's Matt Booty. We're gonna talk about this interview he had. We're here with Crowd Pleasa. we got Desert Eagle here. We're gonna talk about this man how somehow got another promotion after 9 years of nonsense. This game's point blank. We can talk about it.
So. I just pulled up Matt Booty's LinkedIn, right? Let's go through this real quick. And from 1992 to 1995, he was a sound department manager. Managed staff of 5 composers and 1 hardware software engineer, responsible for managing the production of all music and sound effects, audio hardware, and speakers for Coin co-op games. So he was responsible for the production. But that's still these games.
No,
Mortal Kombat was still included in that. Moving forward, from 95 to 2000, he became a game designer and programmer. Worked on the following games to Desert Eagle's point: War Gods, Hyperdrive, Kart Fury, and he also programmed systems for several arcade games.
I don't know any of those games. I don't remember none of them.
War Gods.
I remember War Gods. I remember War Gods.
War Gods was the first 3D fighting game that used the MK1 through 3 picture quality tech.
We played that game.
Yeah, instead of like coloring textures, they used the photorealistic textures on polygons. So that's where the technology should have gone after that, but then it just became like they just drew textures. It probably would look crazy right now, Mortal Kombat, if they continued using that tech.
I don't remember that game at all. I have no memory.
No, we definitely played that game. Now, I mean, that was mad early, but we played that. I remember specifically seeing this God fighting game and playing it. So obviously he had this from 95 to 2000. He also was in project management for iterations of NBA Ballers and NFL Blitz during this time. So this is what he did as a game designer and programmer. Apparently his work was very well received in those 5 years because then he got promoted to the studio head of the Chicago branch studio.
That's what he acted his way into that.
Studio head during the time that, and this was from 2000 to 2003, the studio head during the time that PsyOps, NBA Ballers, and Mortal Kombat 5 were shipped. So NBA Ballers, I remember that was a good game. PsyOps, Mortal Kombat 5.
Is that Deadly Alliance?
I don't even remember what Mortal Kombat 5 was.
Yes, Deadly Alliance.
Deadly Alliance was dope.
Yeah, Deadly Alliance. Deadly Alliance was good. It's actually revered, Deadly Alliance, so that's good. He became, from 2003 to 2008, for 4 years, 10 months, the Senior VP of Worldwide Studios Product Development of Midway Games. He reported directly to the CEO. Officer of the company, attended quarterly board of directors meetings, responsible for 6 studios worldwide: Chicago, Seattle, LA, Austin, San Diego, and Newcastle. So he was overseeing all of their 6 studios. And he managed the annual 125 million plus product development budget. So he was that guy.
And then when did they close after he took over this? How long after?
So, he got one more promotion after this. So he was the senior VP from 2003 to 2008, 4 years. Then he got promoted again in March of 2008 for 2 years to 2010. He was the president and CEO of Midway Games.
2 years, and then they shut down.
So with him running the ship 2 years later,
one of the most prominent publishers of all time, the publishers of Mortal Kombat in the heyday, Mortal Kombat 1, the original, Midway. This dude left it all in shambles.
And so what he did, he went from the president and CEO of Midway, burned it to the ground, and then he became the GM of Redmond Game Studios and Platforms from April 2010 to November 2014. 4 years, 8 months. And his description was creating exciting first-party games and entertainment for Windows Phone 7, Xbox Live Arcade, and Windows 8. That's what he was doing for 4 years. And then he became corporate vice president of Microsoft Studios, 2015 to 2018. And that's when he was the head of Mojang. And he was doing all that Minecraft stuff, which is what got him into the head of Xbox Game Studios, because Mojang, as you know, during that time, they were just churning money.
Milking off Minecraft. Milking. Him doing nothing. Just whatever, guys. Do whatever you do.
But that got him into the head of Xbox Game Studios in 2018. His stint being the head of Mojang and running all things Minecraft over there, that got him the door. And then from 2018, the rest is history.
I hope this guy retires at the end of, hopefully the beginning of 2025.
Oh man, imagine a Xbox studio run by Matt Booty. Like, imagine Phil Spencer's job being taken over by Matt Booty. Is that a win or a loss for Xbox?
That's a loss. That's a loss for Microsoft, who threw $78 billion down the toilet buying Activision if he's in charge.
I think they're making Sarah Bond become the next Phil. I think that's where she's headed. Matt Booty's just gonna ride the coattails, ride the wave.
It's failing upwards, bro. It's crazy.
But you saw the super downgrade. He went from president and CEO, burned it to the ground, and then to a GM of Redmond Game Studios and Platforms. They didn't even have him touch Xbox. He touched Xbox Live Arcade. You remember that? The shitty little indie games, pretty much. They didn't even let him touch Xbox.
That was dope in the beginning.
But
when did he take over?
2010 to 2014. So this was at the end.
You mean when the summer of arcade suddenly turned to trash is when Matt Booty took over Xbox Live Arcade. Shocker.
Because Xbox Live Arcade was fired during the 360 era. By April 2010, when he took over, that was already...
No, 2010 is when it was in the down point. The down
that's
slope.
what I'm saying. And then it just died under his reign.
So what we know about Matt Booty is that he's acted his way to the top, and he's just been coasting. He has been at the right place at the right time, where bad things happen, but somehow he acted like it wasn't his fault. And convinced everybody that it wasn't his fault.
So this is the guy who somehow managed to get promoted to the president of Xbox Games and Content. Let us know in the comments what you think about this promotion and if you think it's deserved. And until next time, game on.
If you liked our content, mash that like button. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more content, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.